Welcome to another Truck Talks with Dairy Doc. Today I'm talking about a survey I took of over 300 people, and I asked them what milk comes from cows that are most well cared for. And the survey answer was local milk, which I have a problem with. So here's the thing. All milk is local to someone. Picture the best farm you can imagine, somebody lives near that farm. Picture the worst farm that you can imagine, somebody lives near that farm. So just because it's local really has nothing to do with how they treat their cows. Next, what does local even mean? Is that within 10 miles? Is that within 50 miles? Is that within your state? What size is your state? There are so many questions I have about this because local milk gets tossed around. The words get used all the time. But what does that actually mean? Milk gets from the farm to the fridge within 48 hours across America. We do an excellent job of getting milk to where it needs to go from the farm. And all milk is local. It is very common for milk to be local, to be trucked from the local farms and then bottled and go to your local grocery store because it is very expensive to ship milk. To move milk from the farm across the country is very expensive, and so it is more efficient to keep it local. So the milk you see in your grocery store probably is local to you, and the milk you see at the farmer's market probably is local to you, and the milk you order at a restaurant probably is local to you. And if you're not sure, you can look at that bottle cap. I have another YouTube video on this. You can look at that bottle cap and see what plant it came from and see if it is local to you. And lastly, where a farm is located really has nothing to do with how they treat their cows. Better answers would be farms that get audited, farms that go through welfare audits, farms that you've visited, and farms that you know the owner. What really matters to how cows are treated is the ownership and the values that the farmer has and how those values are conveyed to the people that care for the cows every day. So in my survey of over 300 people, 41% said local, and then another 27% said farmer's market milk. But the thing is, just because it came from near you or just because it's being sold at a farmer's market tells you nothing about how the cows are treated. What I encourage people to do is go visit their local farms. Great if you want to support local, that's really cool. If you're looking to support your local businesses, your local farms, your local farm families, I support that. But it doesn't mean that the cows are any better or less well cared for than other farms. If you think about it, a farm local to me, is that better than a farm that's one state away? But the farm that's one state away is local to my friend who lives in that state. So which one treats their cows better? None of this really matters to how the cows are treated. The cows should be treated well no matter where the farm is located. And the way that the cows are treated should be dependent on that local region and climate because there's not one right way to care for cows. It needs to be dependent on the individual farm and that location. So local milk is great and I support local milk, but that has nothing to do with animal welfare. So if your concerns are animal welfare, I encourage you to go visit your local farms and talk to your dairy farmers that supply the milk in your region. Thanks for following along. And if you have other questions, please drop them in the comments and give me a subscribe and a follow because I want to share more about where your milk comes from and answer your questions about what you should buy in the grocery store. Thank you. Do me a favor and hit subscribe and drop a note in the comments. Thanks, you guys.